Happy Saturday, February 3rd, 2018. This is Super Bowl weekend and also a weekend I won't spend 40 hours making bowling videos. So I actually get to watch it, so that's cool. You guys all continue to make all the time and effort and everything worth it, though. The response specifically to my Sonic review with my wife in it was everything that I hoped it would be. Something I wanted to do for a long time. It's just been a cost thing, but a couple of you have been very generous, and that's honestly what made this possible. Hopefully it's something that can continue. I'm trying to get some things worked out so it doesn't have to be that way. The idea is for you to spend money on bowling balls for you, not send it to me so I can spend it on balls for videos for you to watch, but now you don't have the money to go buy the balls. It shouldn't have to be that way. Now, I'm not against taking tips. I mean, there is a ton of time and money that goes into this, and I'm pretty funny occasionally. But that's not why I do this. If it was, I sure as hell would have stopped a long time ago. But the point is that my wife was a little nervous about the reception, but in the first single day that the video was up, it got the most amount of likes of any video I've ever put up. Not to mention dozens of positive comments and support, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. First of all, I've had several suggestions recently to start a Patreon account. For those that don't know, Patreon's basically a paid subscription / donation service that content creators can use to fund what they do with a few different options. Before I get into that, though, nothing's changing here. Nothing would be changing here. I'm not going to start restricting stuff and making you pay for what I already do on the channel. This would just be extra if you were interested. So that's really the point, is just additional content should you choose to want it. So first, you can just give a straight donation, no strings attached, or there can be one or more subscription levels. So say for $5 you might get $5 a month, you might get early access to the videos, or I might provide my review script for the video early. Maybe I have some kind of a blog type thing I do. Maybe I actually live stream when I'm filming the videos so that you can get a look at the equipment before I even start making the videos. Maybe I can even talk to some people while I'm doing it. You know, like I said, maybe I can do the blog type thing, because I can talk for days about anything. And for $10 a month, you might get all that plus me doing a live stream while I'm editing too. Maybe I can do some live chats when I'm brainstorming for my opinion videos. To get some input or some suggestions from you on what you'd like to see or what you think would be funny or something like that. I'm always looking for great memes or pictures or, you know, little video clips or something to add to the videos. One of my viewers, Charles Jordan, actually put a Carlton dancing GIF, and it's GIF, by the way, with a solid G, or the hard G. If it was GIF, it would be spelled with a J like the peanut butter. Hashtag Sheldon moment, but he replied with that as a comment on one of my Facebook posts, and it caught me while I was writing my Sonic opinion. I was right in the middle of writing my Sonic opinion, and it worked perfectly with what I was with what I was trying to do with the moment in the video. So that was pretty awesome. So, or maybe I can live stream bowling at League or something too, if you want to see that stuff. But who knows? Obviously, I want your opinions, though. If I were to do that, what kind of stuff would you want to see? Now, there's no point for me in doing it or offering stuff if it's not worth what I'm asking, number one, because making it a cash grab isn't the point. But here's a few hard truths. You know, what I do is expensive. It's extremely time consuming. It's actually become a 40 to 50 hour week commitment. In addition to the 40 hours a week, I already work at my day job, and still the very best thing you can do to support me is just watch the videos, share them, encourage your friends to watch and share, so on and so forth, because the traffic and the growth by itself opens doors, or hopefully will eventually open doors, and increases my ad revenue and all those good things, which just helps me both bring you better content and also make it possible for me to just keep doing this in the first place. So it's kind of a snowball effect. The snowball isn't quite big enough to start really moving yet. Those that suggested this idea, the Patreon thing, said it'd be worth it to them. So if it's not to you, don't worry about it. You can still find all my usual stuff here, but I'm just trying to kind of gauge interest and see what kind of extra stuff you'd even want to see to begin with. So if you can let me know in the comments, I'd appreciate it. Now we're going to go back to the topic of my wife and the Sonic video. Bowling videos are by and large advertisement. The idea is to make the ball look good so people go buy it. That's not my thing. Not to mention, I'm non-commission. I don't even get supplied the balls for the videos. So even though I do have the staff contract, it's more of an agreement. I'm not employed. We're not required to do this. I do this because I want to and I like it. Now, there's nothing quite like the disappointment of spending a couple $100 on a ball just to have it suck. And that's bound to happen sometimes. Even when you do all the math and you watch all the videos and you ask all the questions and even watch my videos, you're going to have some stuff that you don't match up with sometimes. I'm going to have stuff I rave about and you're going to go get it and you're going to absolutely hate it. But the idea is to minimize that as much as possible, but it's kind of a reality. So now, I've never understood the, oh, look, it's new, gotta go buy it or gotta hype it up or sell it thing. Storm and Roto each produce a couple dozen bowling balls, and I guess I don't see the difference in buying something new or something that's been out for a few months. I mean, you're still buying a ball that they're currently producing, right? So why not buy the right ball or best ball or balls for you? Like, I don't get it. So there's no reason in my mind just to hype something up because it's new. Now, I know I've beaten this horse before, but it pertains to adding my wife in. I've heard for a long time that you all have wanted to see a straighter and or lower rev game because I've got kind of your prototypical ball video type game. I can hook the whole lane, I can throw pins around, I can make a ball look good, but as disappointing as it is to spend a couple $100 on a ball that ends up sucking, it has to also be disappointing as a lower rev player or a woman to search for a ball review and just not have anything that looks familiar or is even designed for you or aimed at you or it's kind of like you're an afterthought or something. So it's not even, when you go to buy a ball, it's not even that you had the information and it didn't work out. It's that you didn't really have much, if any, information to work with in the first place. So it's just a bunch of, you go and look at ball videos and most of them are just a bunch of 400 plus rev rates, splashing pins all over the place. And, you know, this isn't a men versus women thing either. The facts are that most women are going to have different physical games from most men. So, and to actually help, that has to be accepted. You can't just pretend it's something that it's not or that it doesn't exist. And I also said different because that's all that it is. And we're fortunate as bowlers to have a game that just requires you to knock the pins down. It doesn't really matter how you do it. Liz Johnson goes about as straight as you can possibly go, and she's the GOAT and just won a PBA tournament. So that's why I feel it's extremely important to not only have a straighter or lower rev game, but specifically a female doing it. So I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad everybody likes it. I just couldn't be happier about the response. You probably noticed that I also put out her section of the video by itself. It's called Sonic the Angel's Share. Pretty proud of my little whiskey pun there. But women just aren't paid enough attention to in the industry. I mean, everything just feels kind of tacked on, or, well, we design all this stuff for men. Our advertising aimed at men, and let's just kind of port this or just tack on a few things or just you know, like you're an afterthought, like I said. Now, more men watch videos and buy stuff than women do, but if I was a woman searching YouTube for ball videos or browsing the company sites for women's apparel or equipment or whatever, and all I found was a bunch of stuff aimed at men, why on earth would that make me want to watch more videos or buy stuff, you know? This isn't kind of, and again, this isn't some kind of gender war nonsense. I mean, these are just the facts. You know, if I got onto YouTube and I saw a bunch of women with 250 rev rates, that's not going to help me out. There's not a whole lot of information there for me to get. I mean, they might be very nice videos, they might be very good bowlers, but I have a different game, so there's not going to be any information or very little information for me there. Now, if I'm watching Daria Payuk or Verity Crawley, sure, then there's information for me there. If you're a lower rev rate watching Norm Duke or Walter Ray, there you go. There's just not a whole lot of that out there, though, and I feel it's important to provide because it's not about selling balls. It never has been, never will be. It's about using the situation I have to try and help you enjoy the game you love the best you can. That's what it's about. Again, your definition of fun could be completely different from someone else's, but we all need equipment to participate. Last time I checked. Yeah, this is another inspirational, have fun type of video, but we also have nearly 500 more subscribers now than we started the year with. So if you're new to the channel, this is what we're about. And honestly, this is what bowling should be about. Whether your version of fun is cosmic bowling or being super competitive, if you're not enjoying it, there's no point. And the more people we have participating, the better. Anyway, I would ask the women what kind of stuff they want to see out of my channel. Maybe have the wife on some podcasts or with some of her thoughts, or have her do some kind of content by herself or of her own rather, or what kind of, just basically what do you want to see? I mean, what do you like or what do you want to see? I just want to make sure as many as possible can get as much as possible out of the channel, so I'm always looking for new things to do, new ways to improve. Some of it isn't possible at the moment. I mean, sometimes growth goes a little slower than you'd like it to, but other times it can go too fast to keep up with. Either way, I really couldn't be happier with the support that everyone's shown. And the bigger this thing gets, like I said, the more I can do, and that's just always been the point. So that's all for this week. Next week, I will be back with what's in the bag and more of your achievements, plus whatever else I feel like yammering about. So that's what I got for now. Thanks for watching.